What is going on, guys? It's the Mad Dragon. We're jumping back into some Rugby 25 today. The Rugby 25 content's been absolutely slamming out recently. They have been pushing very hard. Some updates better than others. This is for the INTERIM Update 2. The names are getting a bit confusing now because the one we did last week was INTERIM Update 1, and then I had a look at the FAQ page and it said that that was actually update 2, so I changed the name of the video, didn't change the thumbnail. We're now on to what Steam classes as the INTERIM Update 2, but the FAQ page says it's number 3. It's getting very confusing. I'm going to go by what Steam calls it. This is INTERIM Update number 2. But the guys over at Bigant Studios have come out with another update, which, if anything, I think is really just an update to fix the last updates. You know, not to be mean to them, but a lot of stuff broke. Some stuff was better. We had the support runs and stuff. A lot of stuff did break, though, unfortunately, in the last update. So, as usual, timestamps in the video description and in the timeline of the video, so you can jump to any section you want. We've got a fun things to check out today. So starting out there with what we've got in the old patch notes. Hi Rugby fans, an additional INTERIM update for Rugby 25 Early Access 4 is now available. It features adjusted support runner passing, adjusted the pass targeting to prioritize support runners. That's a really positive thing. This was in the last video. They had the support runners. They looked so much better. You had someone on your shoulder to pop to. You couldn't get the pass to him. So it ended up not mattering that they were there. So we'll be testing that one today for sure, because that's something that if they nail that, I think that's going to feel really good. For some reason, the more I played it off camera, it slowly began to allow me to start passing to him, and it did genuinely feel better, but of course not in time for the video, unfortunately. Improved UI addressed the occasional UI unresponsiveness to button inputs, particularly the simulate match option where becoming unavailable in competition mode. That is something I've complained about a lot, so I'm glad they've taken that on board. We'll test that out before we jump into a game today. And then finally, improved stability addressed game non-progression states, particularly those during kicks, tackles and penalties. The kicks in particular, the dropout kicks, for anyone who saw the last update video, every single dropout broke the game. So that'll be something we absolutely test today. But we've got some fun stuff to check out. First of all, I want to, I don't mind holding my hands up when stuff goes on. Of course, all I have to go on when I do these videos is as stuff happens live to me. In the last video, I clicked on the logo creator and it broke everything. From reading your guys' comments and going into Discord and actually talking to J&T, who's one of the admins over on the FAQ page, and he's been chatting with him directly over at Bigant Studios, I am the only person, seemingly, who experienced the logo creator breaking. So that one might have just been me. Of course, it's included in the video because I filmed the video live. I assume it's all broken, but I believe this is now fixed and working again. So we're going to test it again. And if not, I can send some stuff over to the guys at Bigant Studios. I've literally had to give them my game data to help them try and work out what crashed. I don't know if they've come back with anything. Doesn't seem like it's going to be crashing. I'm not going to still talk about that. I think it's a good logo creator as of yet. But at the minute, not crashing. I seem to be able to go into stuff and mess about with it and not break. So that might have just been sheer unluckiness in the last video. I still don't think it's a great creator. Oh, they've moved those icons around. Let's move B over there. Yep, move B. I still can't put it down. Nope, still can't put it down. Still doesn't work. You know what? Yes, less I would like to discard them. Let's move on. But it doesn't crash, so hey, there's a small positive to start us out with. Let's take a look at the championship then. Now, I haven't done a lot of the championship work, but I have done a couple of games in my sort of lifetime. We'll test out this simulate button. Simulate seemed to work. Let's go over to this one. Simulate. Seems to work. Let me back out of it. Jump back into a new competition. Simulate. Hey, we got some working simulation. Let's go over to the MLR as well. Ooh, nice little jingly tune going on there. MLR, simulate. Hey, they fixed it. They fixed that simulate button. A lot of people might not think that's a big thing. I'm sure that's actually quite a lot of work in the background for someone to fix. We've gone through about 3 updates now where that still hasn't been working. So I'm glad they finally got that fixed. It just adds to the immersion. All those things like that, if they don't work, it completely takes you out the game. Why can't I just simulate the game? So it seems like they've fixed that as well. So far, we're off to a positive run. But we'll move on to a bit of gameplay, because that is, of course, what so many people come to the videos to watch. And we're going at some decent pace today. So let's jump in. Who have we still got to play with? Let's should we mix up some URC and some Premiership or something? Let's do let's do Ospreys. I don't know. I'm just sort of making this up as I go. Bears. We did Bears, Gloucester, Harlequins, Tigers. Who have we not done? Falcons. I don't think we've done a game with Newcastle Falcons yet. Should we test it out? We'll still do 5 minutes hardest difficulty. I have been testing out some of the other stadiums just to sort of get a feel for what the other stadiums are like. I'm still not a big fan of the Mill Hill Stadium. It seems so quiet. But some of the other stadiums have seemed good. I've been doing a lot of games on Leicester. Let's go to Gloucester. Let's mix it up a bit. Let's have a slightly different game, and we'll test out some of these running lines. We're still playing on the hardest difficulty because I still think it's the most fun for Early Access 4. Now, I haven't played as much of Interim 1 as I did just when Early Access 4 came out, because there were so many issues with the dropouts. It really became kind of annoying to play with. But we'll test this out today. So the support running lines is what we want to be focusing on, and we'll be testing for kicks, tackles, penalties, things breaking the game. Hopefully not breaking the game, so we can have an interim update 2 working. Early Access 4 will feel overall better, and we'll have support runners on the running lines, which will feel good. That's our aim. Will it happen? Who knows? I never know anymore in these videos. I honestly come into all these videos with really high expectations, and sometimes they pan out, sometimes they don't. So, off we go. Conan's going to be kicking off. So I think we've got 2 fully stacked teams as well, which is nice, you know, with real players rather than the N13s and the N15s and what have you. So, dropping down, let's see if we can get off to a solid start. Well, we've already had 1 loose ball, but we pick it up. Off we go. They haven't said in the patch notes they've fixed any of those dropped balls from the passes and stuff, so we'll see how we get on. We made a little bit of a break here. Where are my support runners? Who's with me, boys? The lock's going to run it his whole way. We can target the passing. It did kind of work. It did kind of work. I'm not going to lie. We got the target pass. It's a bit of a shame he slowed down to receive the pass, but we were able to get that away. I feel like actually there was a big gap off to that left-hand side. Oh, I mean, high tackle in there, ref. Still don't think high tackles are fully utilised in the game. They've got another one of those interception runs. They'll go for a good box kick clearance there. Get on to the end of it, please. Good catch. Right, let's run this one away. Let's try and put this one down in the corner. Oh, it's not really worked. We might get on the end of this. Can we do a little grubber kick? Yes, we can. The grubber kicks I've been noticing have been working better. Diving on the ball is still a bit of a problem. It's still not working great. Let's see if we get a good counter ruck there as well. We had the numbers in at the ruck, okay. And we're putting them under some pressure. Let's go left. Let's see if we can go up the short side. Are they ready for it? Oh, we'll punish them in the corner. First try. I mean, we don't need a TMO, ref. They still love the TMO when you score at the corner. Every single game. Looks like a perfectly fine try to me. Don't know if we need the TMO for that, but so far so good. We've had a good counter ruck. We've had a couple of the drop balls still. You know, I'm willing to give that, you know, credit for now. I mean, people do drop the ball in real life in a game of rugby. Late celebration coming in there, but well done to them. I have seen a couple of you guys mention about the celebrations in the game, that, you know, they're very, very similar. I don't think there's a great range of the try celebrations at the minute. They're always sort of someone jumping and someone catching each other. I think a few people have commented that they would like to see more animation, so I'm hoping that is something we get to see over the development of the game and stuff, just to make each game or each try, you know, feel a little bit more individual, a little bit more unique. Go for a nice little kick there. Maybe even you could make it position-wise. I don't know. I mean, you know, if a winger scores, it's likely that, you know, a big forward could catch them, but, you know, you don't want a number 8 jumping on someone like Darcy Graham, getting toppled back and getting thrown over the side. You know, you want to have some different try celebrations and stuff. Right, let's first try done. I kind of want to test more of these running lines. Another loose pass. It is still a bit of an issue. They haven't said they fixed it in the patch notes, so, you know, I'm not gonna, you know, ping them too hard for it, because they haven't said they fixed it. But it is something that has been annoying in this early access 4, has been how many of those loose balls have gone. Oh, what a line back inside by that guy. Will just about recover in time. Now, something I didn't mention in the last video, because I genuinely struggled to see it till I went back and watched. I really wish in the patch notes they gave more detail about what they changed, in, especially with things like graphical. Oh, let's make a breakthrough there. Hang on. I will get back to that point. I refuse to forget about that. The target marker around the player, they said they updated the graphics for, and I genuinely really struggled to see a lot of difference when I was playing it, but actually spending more time with the game, I have seen it. The bar at the bottom of the player now is now white. The white is symbolizing your stamina, and you can see it as you run with the ball. That white bar will slowly decrease to sort of show how much stamina they've got left on the sprint. The kicking bar is better, and when you do kickoffs now, the kickoff bar is actually like a sort of, I don't know, pale blue color. So they have changed that player market. Genuinely, it was so hard to tell. Is the only thing when you know, if you don't play this game for a couple of weeks, you know, things like that have been changed, but they're just, it's color differences just to make it visually better, but your brain doesn't necessarily track that as much. So they did change that. I missed that in the last video, but I just kind of wish they would say it in the patch notes. This is what it used to look like. This is what it looks like now, so I can keep an eye out for it and just say, yeah, it does work. But it is nice that they are changing little things like that to make it graphically better. See, we get a little pop pass. Oh, again, I felt the pop pass was on there. We hit a great line, but the ball dropping down, still an issue for this early access 4, unfortunately. As we can get this ball back and do a bit more running rugby. Oh, they got a break line there. Anyone with him? There was a guy on his outside. The AI didn't necessarily exploit that gap enough. Now, I don't think there's anyone back. Oh, I think that guy might have just got back in time for this back corner. We've got this guy on the... Yeah, okay, we had a good line there. Anyone on the inside? Oh, I tried to get a pass back on the inside. They intercepted that one, but I went for the dangerous pass. I'm willing to accept that was my choice to go for a bit of a ref pass on that one. I thought maybe I could do a looping pass over the top there. Oh, another loose ball going down. There's a lot of them. There is a lot of them in there. Makes it a little bit harder to be positive about when there is so many going on there. Right, let's see if we can go to the right quickly. No, can't get another offload on there. I kind of want to... Boys, they haven't got anyone in that ruck at the minute. There we go. Finally, they had someone in. Right, let's see if we can get through that line. There we go. Right, who's with me, boys? And then one more. Yep. Okay, a bit janky, but we made it work. Okay, we've got this guy on the inside as well. A little pass back on the inside. Oh, and again. They fixed the passing. The passing is going to the guy I intended to. It's just those drop balls. Those drop balls are punishing me. Players still not catching the ball. Let's test out quick throw. Oh, it didn't even work. I wanted to test out the quick throw to see if it would work for us. Right. Oh, man. They do these little things that are fixing stuff. It's just not quite getting there. Oh, we've got a bit of a slightly different... camera there. I felt like their lineup then ran really far back. So it sort of gave away where I was going to throw to be safe that time. That was interesting. I don't know if that's something they've adjusted in the lineup. It sort of gave away what the AI was going to go for. I don't think that's the worst thing in the world, but maybe after I've done made my choice or something, because I feel like I could just avoid the AI then. Oh, that's interesting. I'm not playing as that player that just got tackled. I'm still not... Okay, there we go. I think that's the first time I've seen that happen, where the target marker didn't stay with the player that I passed to. Let's keep going left for the second. Let's see if we can punish this side. Another loose pass. Well, they'll make a breakaway here. We're only 7-0 still. We're on the hardest difficulty, so, you know, score's not necessarily going to be the biggest thing on the cards, but it has felt the most fun. Oh, that's a nice little breakthrough, and still going. Anyone going to get there? Dowie Lake to chase it back. Got the tackle, but hey, got the try. Fair play to him. A couple of decent bump-offs there along the way. Bump-offs... I'm still struggling to do as a player. I'm still struggling to make them sort of, you know, be sort of consistent is the word I was looking for there. The AI loves them. The AI will keep doing them constantly. But here we go. Conan can go for a... so they seem to have also maybe fixed the logos a bit more. I've got a little piece of fluff annoying me here. But they seem to have fixed the name tabs a bit more now, with actually being the person that is doing the kick or is scoring the try. I'll have to keep an eye on that. That is something that has been broken over the last couple of updates. Is it just picking a player and it always comes up with the same player's name? Right. We're back to a level pegging game. Williams to get us kicked off. Let's try and get a cheeky little high up and under right on that 10-meter line. Anyone on the end of it, boys? Oh! Okay, the camera still did that jump thing from a dropout that it has done. None of my players even went for the ball, but their player did collect it. So the game is still able to continue, which is a positive. We'll see if we can just take that loose ball. There's so many loose balls going on, but that has been fixed. In fact, that is something I should be testing for. Let's actually... Oh, we made what a break here by Jack Morgan. All the way. Who's with me? Exhibitionist. Out the back as you dive for the try. I wanted to give an offload to test that support runner a bit more, but he dived for the try while passing. You know? What can't Jack Morgan do? That was really interesting. He dived. The dive pass out. Lovely. Love that one. We will test the dropouts. I'll when we get back into the actual live game, I'll go for a long kick. I'll specifically try and aim to get a kick so that they will be forced to do dropout, and we'll test to see if that affects the dropouts as well. I don't think I've actually seen one of those camera drops from kickoff like we got to have just then, but luckily the AI was able to pick up the ball. We were able to continue. That is what they have said in the patch notes to do with stability, and a decent first half for us there. 14-7 at half-time. How are these stats looking? Have they managed to fix all these stats yet? Kick meters, gain still says 0. I don't know if they've really made a lot of changes to these sort of stats and stuff, but they've got the names and everything correct for the tries, the conversions. All positive. And Owen Williams to get us kicked off once again. Right, we're going to go deep. I'm going to try and aim deep this time, purely because I want them to kick me back the ball so I can try and kick to try and get a dropout. There's a couple of playing some 4D chess at the minute. What? High tackle. I didn't even get to him. I mean, that didn't happen on screen, right? I agree. That is a high tackle. I'm fine with the call, but on my game, that didn't happen. I mean, I fully agree. High tackle came from distance. And went completely over. I mean, there is head on head. Oh, I'm going to really struggle to get this exactly where I want to. I would say that's head on. Or maybe not. It's head on chest. It's head in chest. He's got him with such force. He's got into his chest and literally killed the man. And then hit him so hard. He has just clobbered him in the face with such force. I mean, it is a high tackle. Fair dues on him for remaining on his feet. Probably should be a red card, but that didn't happen in my gameplay. I don't even think my tackle landed. But there we are. You know, we get to see a penalty for a high tackle. That's nice to see. They have fixed penalties, it looks like. There was an issue with penalties that if you then kicked it to touch, it would give the line out to the other team, which, of course, is not how rugby works. So it looks like that's working a bit better as well. We get to test that. Clock still broken for the maul. Maul still going to drive on endlessly. Players still running away from the maul. That will be something I really hope they fix for Early Access 5, because it is a very big immersion-shattering thing to have all your players run away from the maul and the clock completely stop for some reason. Oh, another bump off there. Oh, what a line break by this dude. Can we get back and make that tackle? We do. Oh, we've got to have a counter-ruck there, boys. Nope, my guys didn't even want to get in the ruck. We had a really good counter-ruck at the start of this game. And then since then, it feels like my counter-rucks haven't got on. Oh, that's a great pass. Huge tackle. Going in there by Owen Williams. Who's still with us, boys? We're going to have to play difficult rugby here on our own 5-metre line. I was trying to get a dropout. And somehow I'm stuck back on my own line. Maybe they'll try and kick it out. He's trying to run the length of the pitch. Don't know what he's doing there. Still can't get a turnover. But they've gone back to the left. That's a good move because there's nobody there. Good tackle. Holding them up. They're putting us under pressure. If I was them, I'd be looking to go left there. I felt like they had numbers. We'll stay out of that ruck for now. We'll try and keep men on our feet. Oh, there's... Wow, a lot of big passes. Certainly some big tactics going in there to go with those looping big passes. Some good choices, though. They are slowly finding those gaps, but I am luckily being able to drive them back with some pretty solid defence. Struggling to get another turnover. I don't actually know what the team ratings were for this game. I think we're the slightly higher rated team, so I would be expecting eventually to get a turnover here, especially if you had a bit more, like, you know, match momentum for anyone who's played like Rugby 2011. If you had some really good sets of defences that you would, you know, you'd eventually, it would sort of assist you in getting a turnover. Oh, can we get there for the tackle? We do. Oh, we just about hold on. Somehow it's not a try. I don't think we're keeping him out on another one. Oh, we'll go for it. Held up, says the referee. Defence holds out strong. Definitely felt like he got a try in there. I mean, how annoyed would you be at the coach for not managing to put that down? Put down the ball, man. At no point does he score a try. And then he's got his own hand under the ball. Technically held up. Technically held up absolutely fine. Well, we've got a dropout. Not what I was expecting, but we've actually got a dropout. Let's test if the dropout breaks the game or not. Because this was something that genuinely went wrong a lot in the interim 1. Bought the ball. Looks like dropouts are working as well. So, you know what? As updates go, as we've had across this early access, this so far seems to have only had positives, I want to say, so far. I actually can't think of any new negatives. There are still the drop ball thing, but that came in early access 4. That wasn't specifically to do with this update. As far as this update goes, I don't think I've seen any negatives to talk about so far that are brand new to this update, and everything they've said in the patch notes seems to be pretty good. Let's keep going for some tackles. I would like to get a couple more tries. I'm kind of feeling this game a bit more now. I feel like the AI's pushing us hard. That looked like another high tackle. I would like to know the consistencies of those high tackles. I also feel like I don't have a lot of choice about whether I perform a high tackle or not. I'm just pressing B. I don't know what difference it makes to me as the player to initiate a high tackle, or what I'm doing wrong for that to be an incorrect tackle. It feels like I have no control over that. Just sometimes it goes wrong. At least in Rugby 22, it was more to do with the you did the stick tackle at the slightly wrong time. Let's go for a grubber kick along there. Put it right in the corner. Not quite going to get there. Oh, maybe. The TMO will review. Hold on. Very poor defense by the fullback to not sort this one out. Might have been able to reach in and steal a try here. Definitely feel like the fullback should have picked that up. An absolute coach killer if this is given. I don't know what's going on, because that's just someone's face. We got a try. Okay. I don't know what that camera angle was of. I don't want to know what it was of, but we got the try. And there you go. I mean, that TMO decision worked well. Should, in a gameplay perspective, the fullback have picked up the ball there and made it safe? Yes. It's astonishing that the fullback wouldn't just drop on it himself and do that one. But I like that TMO felt like it worked real. Like, that felt like, actually, we needed to review that. It was close, and the TMO came back and told us, yeah, got his hand on the ball, scored a try. They are looking, still, I believe, to implement online play relatively soon. Or relatively soon. I think end of October was on the roadmap. Rather, I can't remember. October, November, they want to do online play. So, things like that, it's nice to have from a visual standpoint in like, gameplay. Oh, that's another drop ball. They're going to pick that up. Oh, what an out the back. I wanted them to score a try there. That was a great out the back pass. But, I could see stuff like that being very, very annoying in online play. If they kick over the top and your fullback just doesn't pick up the ball, and then they dot down a try and you lose the game, that would be very annoying if, like, you've got your fullback just stood over the ball. So, little things like that I think really need to be improved gameplay-wise before you get into full-on online play. But from a TMO standpoint, that did look nice that he was able to make that decision and gave the correct decision there, because it did look like my player got his hand onto that ball and scored a try. That looked like another high tackle to me there coming in from Jack Morgan. Oh, another bump off. They love their bump offs. I haven't done many bump offs in this game. It's very tricky to do. And maybe it's because I'm playing on the hardest difficulty that it still feels... Oh, can we get in? Why is my guy scoring a try? What's he doing? I've never seen that before. He just dived for the try line. Crouch. What are you doing? Well, I mean, technically this is the correct call. It is a touching goal. I don't know why he did the try scoring animation. Oh man, they're gonna drive us back here as well, boys. Gonna hold up. They're gonna go out to the. Oh, good defense, holding up strong. Like, is it possible to score a try against yourselves? Is there such a thing as an own try, like an own goal in football? We got about as close as you're ever going to see in the game. That is a great pass. Oh, okay. The game froze. I think we've been done for an offside penalty, I think is what's happened there. I'm not sure who was offside. Oh, no. Hang on, let me go back. I'm still trying to work out the logistics of how the game registers an offside. I made a tackle there. Oh, where did number 3 come in? Hang on, where did number 3 rush off to? Did number 3 run offside here? Nope, he's still onside there. That guy runs in. I make the tackle. No ruckus formed. Ball bobbles out. My number 3 picks that up. Ref giving that as offside. I don't understand the logistics of how the game is understanding an offside at the minute. It's still not implemented correctly. But, you know, there's an offside penalty. They've chose not to go for the 3. They've chose not to go for the corner. They've gone for the scrum. Now, how much credit do I want to give to that? They did win the last scrum as well. Maybe the AI is thinking we can win another scrum. I think from there, going for the corner would surely be... Oh, can I get it back across? Another great... Oh, that's a great pass. Oh, what a tackle coming in there. I think it was Kieran Williams. Superb. And again, dominating the defence at the minute, the Ospreys. Having a great game. How did that guy not score? They're still driving for the line. 80th minute. Got to make the coaches happy with this defence. Or ran back into the ruck. Not the way to go there. Interesting that AI also doesn't seem to pick the ball up with the 9, ever. Don't know why that is. They have kind of fixed the 9 a bit, picking up the ball. That they no longer seem to run directly into the ruck. They can actually make them have a really nice running line from the ruck. But it isn't something that is ever utilised by the scrum half. And so as the player, I don't even need to look at what the 9's doing. I'm just looking for which way they're passing and rushing off the line, trying to punish them. We've pushed them all the way back here from basically scoring a try to my own 22. I think that's some good defence. As soon as we get this turnover, we're looking for the ball to just be kicked dead. Surely now, boys. There's the turnover. Surely has to come in. Pick it up. Oh. Oh, no. 80 minutes we played of that. And the game crashed right at the end. Of course it did. You're not allowed to get counter rucks in Rugby 25. How dare you, Mad Dragon? Okay, so thoughts and feedback time, because that happened. At least we were at the end of the game. At least for a change, I basically got to complete a whole game. So let's have a look at the patch notes again, and let's go over our thoughts on it. Adjusted support runner passing. Adjusted the pass targeting to prioritize support runners. Yes! We got to experience that quite a few times. I went for the pass. We even had that one try where my guy went over the try line and passed it mid-air. Like some sort of, you know, phase or optic highlight reel from the Call of Duty days. Looks like you can just do outrageous passes now. But targeting passes is working. The only adjustment I think we'll still be looking for that, you know, might come in the next early access or might come in another interim update is just keeping those players' momentum when they get the ball. At the minute, you choose the player to pass to, and for some reason, the time it takes the pass to get to the player, they kind of stop running and wait for the ball to get to them and then have to start back from 0 miles an hour again to start running again. Keeping that momentum up to hit the line running and then carry on running with the ball, I think will feel a lot better. But they have fixed that passing issue. Address the occasional UI unresponsive to button inputs, particularly the simulate match option in competition mode. Yes! Yeah, we tested that. Works like a charm. We'll do it again just to make sure, you know, we're testing it nice and thoroughly. Let's go over here. Let's test out simulate. All working. All brilliant. That's what we like to see. Improved stability. Addressed game non-progression states, particularly those during kicks, tackles, and penalties. Well, they fixed the dropout issue. That seems to have been fixed. We did have the same camera-like jolt on one of the kickoffs, but the AI were able to catch. So I'm willing to say, yeah, they look like they fixed that. There is some game freezing at penalties. Don't know what that's. We had it during the high tackle and the offside one. The game like froze on my screen while that penalty happens. The sound still plays, and then like the high tackle one, we didn't even really see the high tackle happen. It just cut to the penalty, but if you go on the replay, the game is able to easily play out that it happened. So there's still some sort of technical issues there. I'm not entirely sure what that would come down to. I'm by no means a game developer. No issues in the tackle. We had our one crash. That was in a counter ruck. They haven't said in the patch notes they've fixed that stability in rucking or set piece. They've just said kicks, tackles, penalties. You know, okay, you know, they haven't said they fixed that, so that's its own thing. It's very rare that I've seen that in the counter ruck breaking. Normally the counter ruck breaking is like the soft lock where nobody picks up the ball. An actual crash from a counter ruck is brand new to me, but I'll let them know that in the feedback that I'll give back over on the Bigant FAQ page. But generally, I think this is a solid update. I think this actually has brought a lot more positive things. I think maybe that counter ruck over the top is the only new negative that came with it. You know, we had a couple of counter rucks in that game. That was the only one. I'd have to do a lot more testing to know how, you know, consistent that is. The drop ball thing, which came in early access 4, is still just a very irritating thing to let the ball go. Was less interceptions today as well by the AI, which was nice. Still a couple of them, but, you know, at least they were on kind of loose passes coming in from me. Overall, I think this has been a good update for Early Access 4. The game feels playable once again. You can get back in and put some more hours in. This is the kind of state I would like the game to be in every Early Access, where at least you can play game after game after game and test for more things if you want to. So overall, pretty positive from my end. Drop it down in the comment section what you guys think of this this interim update 2 if you've been able to play along. And of course, get your thoughts over onto the guys on the FAQ page. That's where Bigant takes the most from it. I know lots of people drop stuff in my comment section or over on the Discord. You know, and I know a couple of the guys over at Bigant are checking those areas as well, but not, you know, decisively. The FAQ page is the place to go to for bug reports and any sort of bigger issues, just to let them know that they exist. If you drop it in my comment section, not always going to see it for those guys over at Bigant. So get yourselves over there, let them know any issues you guys are having. Overall, enjoy this one today, guys, and hey, well, hopefully we just keep coming with the Rugby 25 content, because they've been really pushing it out recently. It's really nice to see these interim updates kick back in. I hope you all enjoy this one today, guys. I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.